Hey guys, good afternoon from Boracay. So this is where we are at. The markets as of the halfway point today is down. We're now at 7,980 with a value turnover of around 3 billion pesos. So this is what a breakdown looks like after breaking down from the 8,100 support level. You have to remember, I mentioned this over and over and over, that 8,100 is a pretty strong support level. That breaking that and a confirmation that that does not hold may bring the markets into a deeper slide. So why am I saying this? As long as we don't go back to 8,100, we can expect more bearishness in the market to go and to proceed over and over and over again. Oscillators, chart overlays are still showing us not just movement downward, but they're confirming that the trend is pretty much down. They're confirming also that reversals downward are still pretty much intact. So I was actually hoping, and I mentioned this in the previous video, that there's a possibility if 8-1 will hold, we could possibly bounce from that. But as of this point in time, we are now on the second day of the breakdown. So if the market as a whole stays below 8,100 and it closes below 8.1, it's adding a further layer of confirmation of how bearish the market will be. So now, certain applications for quick traders, especially you are watching specific stocks, so you have to remember that the PSEi is a snapshot. It's a representation of how other stocks in the market form. So you can expect other stocks, especially stocks that are relatively large cap, to follow suit, to be similar to this in movement. So if you are a quick trader, a lot of the stocks are still breaking down, similar to what's happening to the PSEi as of this point in time. So why am I saying this? Please stay away from the market while it's still headed down. Don't get tempted, don't get sucked in to just buy because you think it's cheap. Your goal is to stay in cash. Your goal is to stay away. Your goal is to be protected and use your buying power later on. Once we see it, number one, oversold. You can use oscillators to find out it's oversold. Second, you see candlesticks form indecisions or form hesitations already that it stops from falling. Third, from those indecisions, you can see large green candles with large amounts of volume start to pick up. When those happen and they hit a level of support, you see all of those four criteria come to pass. It may be a good ideology already for you to start to come in. But while that doesn't happen yet, your goal is to stay away, your goal is to stay in cash, your goal is to preserve your buying power and to come in and to fight another day. Second, for those who are position traders, same thing. Since the market is bearish, since we fail to stay above 8,100, stay away from the stock. Your goal as a trend follower is not to buy a stock that's in a downtrend, no matter how cheap it looks, no matter how tempting it looks. Your goal is to stay away from it until you see something shift, until you see something change, until you see specific reversals in the trend, not just it going into a support level, but we're looking for reversals that the stock or the market that you are watching moves from bearish to bullish. So as of that point in time, we don't have that yet. It needs to go above 8,100 to see a semblance that it's actually moving from bearish to bullish again. So reference points in the index on what you should watch out for. 8.1 now becomes the resistance. If it fails to go back to 8.1, expect a larger downward movement. If it stays above 8.1, the range that I mentioned before, 8.1, 8.5 will be back in play. But now the largest and stronger support that we have at this point in time is at 7.7. There's a weaker and softer resistance at 7.9. So there's two scenarios that can come out from this. Market drops, continues to go down. The closer it is to 7.9, you may expect some sort of bounce, but since 7.9 is not so strong, the convincing bounce will be from 7.9, it goes back to 8.1. But other than that, if it continues to slide down to 7.9, I believe the stronger support is at 7.7. So watch out for the 7.7 support range. If it stays above that, bounces above that, you may, for those that want to buy at support levels that are strong, and if it becomes oversold at those levels, you can start to come in. If 7.7 does not hold, we might be into a deeper slide, as the next support level will be at 7.4. So please remember this: the breakout from 8.1 will bring us to a larger and stronger support level at 7.7. There's a shorter and weaker support level at 7.9, but the stronger one is at 7.7. If 7.7 does not hold, we could go to as low as 7.4 as of this point in time. Please remember this: all of this is has a lot to do with, number one, what's happening in the global economy. A lot of this also is being brought about by sentiment, also by the trade law, inflation, interest rates going high. But all of this is something that has been factored in already. All of this has been something that is expected by a lot of people. So you have to remember this: even if we have an amazing economy, even if it's good, you have to remember that it does not go up in a straight line. You have to remember that sell-offs like this are normal, it's part of the game. But if you're trading the market, you should expect this. You should know that this is happening, and you should not panic. You should create rather a plan that will make you profitable in spite of conditions like this. Like similar to this, I'm at the beach right now. What does it do? What does it do for me? My goal, if I'm at the beach, is I know it's hot, so I'm not gonna wear anything cold. I'm not gonna wear any jackets. You won't see me wear any clothing with fleece because it's hot. I will dress accordingly. Right now, since the market is bearish, your goal is to adjust your trades to a market that's bearish. Your goal is to adjust how you make money when the market is on a downturn, it's on a downslide. Money can be made if you know how to position well. Money can be made if you do not buy it while it's dropping. And I say this over and over again: do not buy stocks while they're falling. And aside from that, if you want to make money from this, there are selective stocks that are bouncing. There are selective stocks that are reversing, that are going against what the general index is flowing into. One thing that comes to my mind is LRW. They've been doing well in spite of the index underperforming. So that's it. I'll still be here in Boracay up until tomorrow. So if you guys have any questions, please comment below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel or to my Facebook page if you have any questions and you want to know more about investing and trading the stock market. So that's it for now. I hope this helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Marvin Guillermo from Boracay. See you all again soon.